TD has approved KC-1400 Collective. Everybody want to hear me say that? This is what it's all about. They're around. They are supporting. The money is going directly to our student athletes. They're signing deals. They have contracts. Let's do it. I mean, without this collective, we won't be successful. We won't be able to sustain our student athletes. I mean, 1400 Collective have done a really, really good job of keeping a lot of our athletes here. You know, if you saw them sign a lot of our athletes, but we got to do our part. So I know after today, we're going to click that 1400 Collective. We're going to give one of those tiers, and we're going to make sure that we give to this collective so we continue to give to our student athletes and support them and give them what I need. And I want to thank you all, Ken, TD, D-Core C, T-Dub. Yeah, T-Dub, everyone that created and helped create it. I know I'm missing some names.
Jackson State has a collective full throttle. They have a collective full throttle. And I mean, like, so they, you know, we won the national championship in 2023, and we were slowly but surely trying to get our collective going. Jackson State won it this past year. Their collective is full throttle. Like, it is full throttle. They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose anybody.
We are trying to build a program for the next 10 to 12 years. It's not something that's overnight. We understand that the NIL and collective stuff has its role, it plays in it, but we are on the forefront of FCS football and attacking the NIL, attacking the collective. We got a very nice payroll at Jackson State, believe it or not. And I mean, our fan support, and we need more support. But we know that that payroll is attached to championships. You know what I mean? So we're not out here trying to recruit kids based on money, but we also want them kids to know if you come to Jackson State and you end up benefiting from the collective, benefiting from an NIL deal, we expect a championship out of you.
On the field, we bring the energy. Ready to go.
Off the field, I build my brand.
At Jackson State, we make it happen. State said one story, my brand tells another. This is Jackson State. This is family. This is the KC-1400 Collective. Tiger Nation, we need each of you to join the movement.
Be the team behind the team.
Support our NIL collective. Get signed up today.
Visit www.KC1400collective.com. VI Love, Go Tigers.
The Las Vegas HBCU Classic is coming to Allegiant Stadium, and the official after party at Winfield Club is where the celebration explodes. DJ T. Lewis is taking over the turntables to keep the crowd lit, and your host Tay Cheesy will turn the vibes all the way up. On game day, Grambling State and Jackson State collide in an unforgettable showdown. But when the clock runs out, the night is just getting started. From kickoff to the dance floor, this is more than a game. It's a weekend of culture, music, and nonstop energy in the entertainment capital of the world. Brought to you by HBCU Go, October 25th. The after party. Go to Eventbrite to get your tickets now.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. There you go. Thank you, bro. Welcome to the show. How y'all doing, everybody? Pardon for the tardiness. That's what happens when you travel back and forth over and over again. You got to break stuff down, put it back together, break it down, put it back together. It's been a day, man. What's up, bro? What's going on, man? Happy homecoming.
What's going on, King? Happy homecoming. Good evening, Tiger Nation, Tiger Nation, Tiger Nation. Glad to be with y'all tonight.
Yeah, I was you know how you grab something and it ain't what you grab. Then something falls and it breaks and you got to put it back together. And I'm like, really?
Then you get frustrated.
No, I mean, it's just like, gave it that look like, all right, yeah, that would happen right about now. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Happy Monday, everybody. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's homecoming 2025. Business as usual, though. Good seeing you too, Brother Fred. Hopefully everybody had a great y'all working this week? What y'all doing, man? How y'all starting your homecoming week off? Let me ask you that. Who taking off this week, rather? Or who getting off early this week? Because you know folks ain't gonna be able to, you know, a lot of folks gonna be traveling in. First things first, wishing everybody you know, safe travels, man. Safe travels into the SIP. It's gonna be a lot going on this week, man. You know, let's be safe. Let's make smart, sound decisions. You ain't in college no more now. Trust me. Story time before we get started. Your body just ain't, you know, but the body don't be bodying like it used to no more. And that ain't got nothing to do with I promise you that ain't got nothing to do with the young man we're going to talk about a little bit briefly tonight, which is Andrew Body with Alabama State. We face him. I was finishing up watching that Bethune-Cookman Alabama State game too, TD. But no, man, I say that because I'm actually referencing Mobile in my my activities and how certain things couldn't shake back like they was, man. Stomach ache, you know. I talked about that a little bit, but get your rest now, man. Get your rest, bro. Because I was on fumes getting back home, bro. Just getting back home yesterday was just. I was exhausted, man. So today has been a rest day for the most part. I did a little work, but man, how you feeling, bro?
I feel good. I stay in the old man's place.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of putting
it. Hey, one thing I learned about life, kid, you gotta know your limitation, bro. There's an in and everything. There's, you know what I'm saying? That exercise.
I mean, you done anything overdoing it, but yeah, I guess you're right though. You know, don't eat cheese fries with the 21-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Eat cheese fries and old fashions and daiquiris and fried chicken, golden fish, baked beans. What was I thinking, right? I know, right? Know your limitations. That's a great rule of thumb.
Know your limitation, man. When your body say go to sleep, go to sleep. When your body say you full, stop eating. When your knee says when your knee says it's hurting, stop shooting ball. I mean, you got you know what I'm saying?
It sounds good. I know. I'm with you. It sounds good, but the evidence shows that many of us keep going.
Yeah. I mean, because when we were young, we was taught to keep going. We had to keep going because we was trying to prove a point to somebody, ourselves, a girl, a woman, a coach. You know, so you get out of your element trying to prove a point to somebody else. When you get old, man, you just be like, man, forget that. I'm done.
Yeah, I definitely listen to my body. Hey, man, I tell you one thing, bro. That's the worst thing ever. You know, is having to fly home on a. Man, I'm like, bro, I know it was 4 hours ago when I ate, bro. Food just slowly digesting. I'm like, yeah, I need a detox, bro, because my system is good now. I'm good to go now. I drank a whole lot of water. I feel good. I can tell y'all right now, we got a lot of events coming up this week with homecoming. I ain't touching no alcohol, no nothing until after we win Saturday. I drink after we win.
Right.
Celebrate. That's the goal. We win, I drink. We lose, I drink. Either way, I'm gonna get me some on Saturday, but Thursday through Friday, Saturday, I'm not touching it.
We drinking like the Irish.
Now y'all know I say that. That's I got to put that out in the atmosphere. So that's how it's got to be. Nevertheless, we all forgot our age at that time to go out. What you got, bro?
Hey, is that one of them things you trying to convince me or yourself?
No convincing, just more of a statement.
Okay, gotcha.
Man, you know, you do whatever you put your mind to.
You know what, bro? I don't never really see you, you know what I'm saying, drink like you know what I'm saying, like that though.
I don't, but at the same time, you know, what I'm saying is like one drink is too much for me sometimes when I'm really focusing on preserving energy. And thank goodness for our student creator, Miss Kiara Johnson. Done a fantastic job. Shout out to her for all the.
Is that her name?
Like, we call it KJ, but it's Kiara. I always our senior marketing student creator, thanks be to ASVP and Austin Robinson and the JSU media team. We appreciate her for partnering with us and being able to work with us with the school and with the university. So a fantastic job, man. And what it's doing, TD, is it's freeing me up. I get to just be regular on game day and not have to be focused on the stuff that make you sweat and anxious and stressful, you know, all that stuff, man. It just kind of take the load off. So I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate it. My whole dashboard body was lit up. Everything hurt, including my hair. God dog. Miss Kim, fill me up, Jones. Let's get this win because they were talking trash. Hey, man, earlier with the coaches' press conference, oh, man, I don't care nothing about that. No, none of them folks playing. You know, it's going to come down to our players versus their players. It is what it is. I mean, you know, we don't plan on losing. We know the whole SWAC rooting against us. We'll get to that. We got time. That's true. KT Dub's in the building. There ain't a whole lot of drinkers. Dub don't drink. So you kind of become what they say, TD, when you come to average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So you tend to be around people. You kind of, you know, you do what you do, but you also respect everybody's space. Like, you know, if you ain't really no reefers connoisseur, you probably ain't going to be around people that do that. You know what I mean? More socially, but at the same time, if you do it, you do it in moderation. But look, we got our partners. Greenwood Whiskey is going to be in town this week. I'm excited about that, man, because that's about our collective efforts and what we're trying to do to continue to grow this thing, man. So I'm proud of that and excited about that, man. When we'll slow walk this thing down, so we're gonna get into some football. I mean, I ain't really. I'm chilling, man. This is you know, the work is done, bro. You know what I mean? But we'll touch on some of the things, man. And we'll talk about our partners, our channel partners. We'll announce them whenever we're ready to announce the new ones. As of right now, speaking of something that is pretty cool, TD, I thought was pretty cool. I'm gonna start off with the Boom. I'm gonna start off with the Boom, man. Boom dropped the whole EP on wherever you get your music from. I like Spotify. Some people got Apple Music. Sniggity Sniz app. Yeah, that's right, bro. Hey, man, go by Jasco, man. Get you a bottle of that KC-1400 special edition Greenwood whiskey. Hey, man, that's good stuff, man. Y'all want to grab your bottle, head over to Jasco on Terry Road, 2014. Terry Road, 39201. I remember that by heart. But, man, they dropped the EP, just dropped it out of nowhere, man. So the first part of the season, all the dopest hits, man. Keep that in mind, bro. It's going to be a theme of the week. I think the Boom going to be doing some special things over this homecoming week, man. We're going to see some things at the game that's going to be very boomish, I must say.
Man, it look like the Waffle House.
It definitely do look like the Waffle House. That's the whole point of it. Late night boom house, baby. I want to say that's definitely the thing, man. You know, I'm so glad I went to my friend in Atlanta just received his 3 bottles of Greenwood whiskey and he loves it. Hey, man, hey, we love that he love it. I'm gonna get another one when I get in town and that cat here. Hey, man, I love it. I love it, man. But shout out to the Boom. I just wanted to start off there with some fun stuff, man, and we'll get into a few other things, man, here in just a little bit. But you guys know what road we on, TD. We rolling, man. We rolling down the road. You remember the Temptations movie when he said, "Why you always on the road?"
I don't know that part.
He remember the son. He was like, "Why you always you always want to row it?" He say road. He say row it. Like it was 2 syllables. Why can't you be my father? I want you to be my father. Why you always on the road? I never forget that, man. I laugh every time I watch that part.
I have to pay attention to that next time I check it out.
Like, why you be my father? Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. I forgot nothing like being a boomish on home cut. Yeah, that's right. That's right, man. Worst acting. Oh my God, it was so bad, bro. It was so bad. It was a bad part, bro. Why you always on the row it? Row it. Like it was like ROWID, row it.
He said that was in the Temptation.
Yep, so had that chip too. So y'all see the memory. I ain't going down memory lane, bro. Huh?
You said that was the Temptation.
You remember the movie Temptation, man? That was Paul's son. Remember Paul? No, it wasn't Paul. It was Otis. Otis' son.
Okay.
Otis' son.
He was on the road because he was creating other U's.
It was Otis' son, man. Yeah, man. So, but now, man, we on the road. Really, out to a really good month. It was very awkward, I must say. But every time I see that this photo right here, I always say, "Row it." Why you always on the row it? Can't you be my father? All right. Anyway, nevertheless, man. Somebody speaking of Media Day. Yeah, Media Day is tomorrow. Shout out to the men and women. It starts tomorrow. Our ladies are head over to Birmingham for SWAC Media Day. Tune in to SWAC TV. We're going to check out Miss Massinette and J5, Miss Cotton over there representing for the Lady Tigers, and Coach Margaret Richards and staff. And going to be pretty cool, man. And then Coach Mo Williams and staff, as well as Dorian McMillan and Deshaun Ruffin. It's going to represent the men Tiger. Let's get this 10K. Hell with 9K. Let's start with 10. Yeah, let's get there, baby. Let's get there. We're trying to get to 10,000. We're going to have a celebration when we get to 10,000. Yes, we are. We're going to celebrate it with we might have an event behind that, TD. We're going to have a 10,000 subscriber event. How about that?
10,000 subscriber event. Yeah.
Live.
Everybody get a crystal.
A crystal?
Crystal burger.
I knew you were talking about Crystal Burger. We were just talking about that. Funny moment. TD and I didn't fall out after this game. We didn't fall out. No falling out in the car, but we did have a mutual agreement on where we were going to stop. It's something about that. We ain't got no sponsorship, but it's something about Zaxby's that just makes us smile. I was like, man, it's got to be a Zaxby's. I was like, oh, TD, you see that?
So
it was like coming to America, like Baltimore. We're back.
So Ken wanted to eat, you know what I'm saying, before he really hit the road. So he rode and he hadn't made up his mind where he's going to go. I said, I'm pretty sure there's a Zaxby's around here somewhere. Lo and behold, there's a billboard.
It's like it appeared, like, oh. Hey, we riding down the highway, rolling.
Ken would jump in lane like the hot light came on.
Hey, look, man.
Everybody was going to the left, right. Wait, what is it?
No. We riding, man. I said, hey, TD, you see that sign, bro? I said, bro, we back in business, baby. Let's get it. Hey, he was in there, dog. Man, it was cool, man. Had a good time, man. It was good stuff, man. It actually got that chicken sandwich, man, with that, that snacker. Ooh. You said I hate. Whoa. We ain't gonna allow no Zaxby slander on this show him tonight.
I ain't gonna sit on the ladder, but come on, Ladon.
Hey, you talking about something? Zaxby's, no Raising Cane's, two of my favorite. I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute, man. I wasn't. I just was. So sometimes I stand that way because I have on meta frames. And I'll be trying to record I was recording. That's why I did that. So it looks weird because you like standing there, like you can't really say if you're trying to capture something on the glasses, bro, you don't want to be like doing all this and like, bob your head, because that's how the footage gonna look. It's gonna look like this. So no, I was standing there. But with that being said, I'm with you too. Joe, what's up, baby? What's up? Happy homecoming, bro. What it do, baby? But no, man, it was we got more than enough, man, to handle what we need to handle. So listen, let me address something real quick. Ty, I'm glad Ty is here. First of all, that wasn't an intentional hit on Quad Brown from our defender. I saw a lot of that kind of circulating TD. It just was a bang bang play. Unfortunately, it happened, bro. You know, we wishing brother Cornelius Brown the fourth a speedy recovery. Glad the coach addressed it earlier. I think the coach on the sideline has got pretty animated, running out on the field like he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew they were. Why would we? We was proceeding to lay belt to backside, so it wasn't no reason to hurt the quarterback. It just kind of happened. You know, he stumbled into him, and it was what it was. But there was a coach that got a little animated. Now, you see that, TD?
Yeah, I saw it.
He was on the field, like it looked like he wanted to come on there and get framed. At that point, it's like, all right, whoa, say, bro, what you doing, man? What you think you finna do? Like, nah, we ain't gonna. That ain't gonna go down like that. But nah, man. I was just recording. That's all it was. I don't. Coach got plenty of security walking with him. You know, shout out to the troopers. They do a great job. I was just trying to get some meta footage. I haven't even uploaded it yet. So, I'll probably do that sometime this week. He said it in the coach. Yeah, but no, I just wanted to say that because somebody said they saw me looking like a security guard, but that's all I was doing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jonathan and the new guy. I don't know the new guy name. He don't talk much, man. He like Hargrove. Hargrove, he's a rap with you, but the new guy be serious. Man, you know what, bro? You know what? I had no idea the old trooper had weighed about 10 pounds. Man, that hat so heavy, man.
It took me a minute to realize where you were going with that, bro. I didn't know. Man,
he dropped that hat. He was sitting on the back of the cart in Baton Rouge, and he dropped his hat. And I went to pick it up, man. I was like, wait a minute, man. What's going on with this hat, man? And those some heavy hats, man. So I don't know what's going on with it. They had pretty heavy, but yeah, man. I did see that kid. I didn't even think initially that our defender tried to do anything malicious. We hadn't done anything like that all year. That man said, yes, that hat weighs. Yeah, it does. I had no idea that hat was that heavy, man.
Now I'm gonna let you finish, and I got a question for you about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I didn't think it's from the beginning, but I understand the emotions of the coach, though. I mean, your player injured. You catching left, right uppercuts. I mean, on the scoreboard. So you know your emotions are already out of whack. So the first thing, you know, it's like they're looking for the first thing to happen so he can throw blows. You know, it just was the emotional time for him to click. So I understand his emotion. You know, because you're losing in such a fashion, and you needed a reason. And plus Quad coming off the injury, they got to have him for the rest of the year. So I understood the emotions. However, you know, going after a player or you know, giving the, you know, indication that that's a route that you headed, it shouldn't be. You know, it definitely shouldn't be. It wasn't intentional at all.
So that was actually bang bang. And I never try to legislate intent from other people. Like, you don't know what's in somebody's head, and you don't know, you know, if they say it wasn't, you kind of could tell sometimes when things are intentional. So let me ask you this though: what about the play after that?
Oh, that was definitely retaliation.
All right then. So again, that was intentional. So people want to talk about that player and how, oh, they're trying to hurt our quarterback, but you don't want to say nothing about the young brother just trying to hurt Quincy. Because the play was dead, and he proceeded to do what he did, and the rest was that. You know what I mean? So I did too. I actually said that, but I said that to my. I said that in that moment, like, yeah, we should probably take Jacoby out of the game. But then I looked at the time, TD, it was still like 9 minutes to go, and they had scored a couple of times. So I was like, probably gonna wait a couple more series to make that happen. Luckily, it didn't. Nothing took place, and we was able to get out of there relatively mostly healthy. But like I said, speedy recovery.
So to add, you know, to reply to what the question that you asked me too, yeah, it was. I think the retaliation, I think it probably was intentional, but that's the name of the game. I mean, you protect your teammates, and at that time, everybody was caught up in the moment of being emotional. I mean, you losing some kind of bad, and so something like that happened. You just looking for a reason. As an offensive lineman, you definitely look to protect your quarterback. And then, not to mention, you are the reason, a part of the reason why your quarterback got hit. So
it was a free blitzer. Got the ball out, slipped down, fell into his leg. It just, I get it. I can see it from all sides.
Yeah.
But again, and as I said to the referee was standing right there. I'm just like, hey man, y'all got to control that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what's kind of happening.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
but that also leads to something bad too. You know, it never stops. When one person retaliates and then somebody else could retaliate, it can just become real nasty at that point.
It definitely could. So I mean, if you said something to the ref, I mean, you know, they know to get it under control. I still remember vividly the game the Saints were playing against somebody, and Carl Turley ripped somebody's whole helmet off and threw it 50 yards down the field. Remember that? You know what I'm saying? Remember that? I mean, it's really no place for me.
I remember one more recently when Myles Garrett ripped off Mason Rudolph's helmet and hit him across the head with it.
Yeah, dog.
Just it can get bad. But no, shout out to both coaches though. You know, Coach TC Taylor and Coach Sam Shade, you know, for getting both teams under control and saying, hey, listen, let's not be stupid. Let's not do nothing like that. So, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I'm glad it went the way it went. All right, we'll get back to the game here in just a second. Let's get through a few of these things. I got a couple of different announcements I do want to make in regards to the collective. Listen, the link is in the chat. We are officially in week one of the I know we started last week, but this is officially week one of our 2026 sign up push. If you haven't signed up to the collective, if you have signed up, stay signed up. Stay with your level. If you want to upgrade your level, then cancel the one that you have. Actually, sign up the level that you want to be on and then cancel. If you need any help, send me an email. If you don't know what that email looks like, I'll put that up there real. That ain't it. That's it right there. So you can shoot me an email if that's what you need to do. All right. With that being said, had a good, we're up to really good momentum in relation to sign up so far. So we got a healthy push, man. We're gonna get there. So definitely go ahead, and weather's supposed to be nice. Yeah, it will be really, really nice actually. So continue to sign up. Like I said, links in the chat. It's pinned to the chat. So you can do that tonight. I know we're doing all the fundraiser push. We're starting the fundraiser this week, and I know the university wants to raise about $250K during homecoming. It's gonna be a lot of money spent. That's why it's important. But we also got to keep in mind, first time watchers join the collective. I like that. But be intentional about where you put your bread. You know, what's important to you, and just rock with that. You know, we hope that you rock with us and what it is we're trying to do. And that is to grow from 35 athletes to 50 in 2026. That's our goal. More signups and more athletes that we want to have on agreements to market the brand for. So the more we have, the more support we have, the more we're able to do what we do. So, all right, starting this Thursday, Jasco, Thursday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to be over at Jasco. Still maybe adding one more additional event, but it's not official yet. We'll know by tomorrow if that's going to happen. And then we'll go from there. But for now, we'll just speak to what we have. 2 to 4 p.m., tasting at Jasco. Come and buy up all the bottles from Dale over there. So the Greenwood team will be in town on Thursday through Saturday, leaving out on Sunday. 2014 Terry Road. Again, you can purchase bottles there. You don't have to wait till us to come by there. But if you did want to come, if you haven't tasted it yet, you can swing by, come see us, grab a bottle right before the block party, right? Whichever block party you choose to go to. Next event we got is Friday. So pretty cool situation here. I know we're going to be doing the Yard Fest and other things that will be going on Friday morning, but from 2 to 8 p.m., we'll be over at the Taste Bar and Grill over in Fondren, 350 North Plaza Street. Now, listen, in order to get your tickets, if you haven't gotten the tickets, go to WeGotAction601.com, www.WeGotAction601.com. And us in partnership with Greenwood, we'll be set up. We'll be on the scene. We'll have the banner up. We'll be talking collective. Hell, they only be rocking collective merch in the for the day party, man. So looking forward to seeing all of our Tigers that are out there that will be there. I know it's going to be a lot of parties going on, but for those that choose to party with us over at Taste, come on over there and see us, and you can get a free taste and a free shot of or a free taste of Greenwood whiskey if you haven't tasted it already. All right, 2 more things. Friday after the tasting, we're going to be at Cat Head. We're going to switch. We're going to change gears. We got our NIL mixer Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. over at Cat Head. DJ Big O 601 on the ones and twos. Special guest, our 80 Ashley Robinson supposed to stop by and come see us, man, in conjunction with Blue Bengal Athletic Association and JSU, Jackson State University Alumni Constituent Relations. So we'll be over there from 6 to 9. It'll be food truck vendors. We'll have some hors d'oeuvres on hand. While they last, they're available. So Cat Head Distillery, see you guys from 6 to 9. Saturday morning, TD, Saturday morning, we'll have our usual show, 8 a.m. And huge shout out to Tailgaters Anonymous. Shout out to Blow, Pitt, Antonio Pittman, and the whole entire crew with Tailgaters Anonymous. They're at D21. We'll be over set up. We'll set up. Greenwood will set up at the tailgate spot. D21. And listen, I ain't anybody out there to come on eat all their food, man. They got a little complimentary stuff they want to. What I'm talking about is Greenwood gonna be set up over there, right? If you want to swing by and come get you, a little something. Come see the bottle if you haven't. And I'll just leave it at that. But we'll have a tasting. We're gonna have the whole setup, the whole shebang. They'll all be there. Purchase a general parking ticket from Vivid 3 weeks ago. Will I still be able to use it with Vivid Park? I have no idea what that. I don't think you want to use no third party stuff. So you might not. You might have lost that little bread, sis. I don't even know who Vivid Parking. Get all your parking and tickets from myimpacttickets.com. If it ain't coming from myimpacttickets.com, you probably won't be able to use it, unfortunately. So that's our latest. I just dropped that on social right before the show. This is actually one of the things I was working on too, trying to get this flyer. Shout out to Merch Pack for getting it finalized tonight. And appreciate that, TD, for dropping that link. Y'all got it. That's where you want to buy your parking. And I think reserved parking is out. There is no more reserved. There's no more VIP.
Tell them about the ticket.
If it is a ticket sales site, it ain't no ticket sales site that we use. I ain't never in my life heard of Vivid. I mean, you might want to go to My Impact Tickets. You know what I'm saying? Go to My Impact.
And that's the only place you can get the game tickets too, right?
Yeah, general parking is sold out. That's the only place you can get tickets. It's not for JSU. Oh, not for JSU. Yeah. Like don't go to the third party stuff. You're gonna get stuck. I can promise you, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work.
What about your ticket to get in the game?
I'll say this right here. If you want parking, there is some parking. There will be some parking available at the farmers market. and I'm gonna just tell you, you can go take a look at that on your own. So the parking that is available by the stadium at the farmers market, wow, looks like it's starting at $152.
What?
Oh, Vivid has farmers market. Okay. All right. Well, okay. I see what you're saying. I don't know. But go ahead and get your parking though, sis. Make sure I would call the ticket office to be sure. Vaughn, if you're watching, let me know. I don't know. I've never heard of Vivid. I don't know about no Vivid. So I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I do know that we use myimpacttickets.com. So nevertheless, get your parking, get whatever you need. And my family, I'm gonna say it again. Don't call me for no tickets. I ain't got none. I'm gonna tell you where to go. myimpacttickets.com.
How was they gonna have a
I'm just saying. I know Dub said he gonna tell everybody Ken got all the tickets. Y'all just insist on making things hard for me, huh?
Yeah. Hey.
Correction though. Let me say, I'm gonna shout out my cousin Nikki. Y'all didn't know my cousin Nikki Clark. I'm gonna take care of my cousin TD. I'm gonna get her 2 tickets. I'll buy hers. You know why?
You can't show you showing what? Go ahead.
Well, last year I took care of tickets. You know, her, she had we had a death in the family, and it was more of a gesture. Now, I know cuz don't really come out, but I take care of family. I make sure she good. I got you, cuz. I got you. If I got to go in my pocket and get a couple of $100, man. Listen, you owe me now. I got you. Now I ain't got nothing for you on parking. You better park in the neighborhood and walk over, or go over there to go do Is shuttle parking? I don't have. Listen, if you can answer those questions, I know Travis in the chat. Maybe he can answer for it. I don't have that answer right now.
Yeah, I was about to ask that same question.
Favoritism. This is
right. Hey, LaDon. I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it.
No third party tickets. Period. Impact tickets only. I had that right. It's not favoritism. It's more of a favor.
Politics. Sound like politics. Sound like politics.
Man, no, what happened was my cousin's her husband passed away last year, and she was really dealing with a lot. She's still dealing with it, And she wanted to get out of the house. She was in the house. It was the earlier part of the year, and then she wanted to get out of the house last year. And I got her a couple of tickets, and hey, man, I was thinking, man, and when I sit down in my chair and I meditate and I reflect, it came back to. I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna take care of Nick, man. See that, make sure she's good, man. You know what I'm saying? When you go, sometimes when you go through things, you be there for each other. I'd like to think that if the roles were reversed, she'd do it for me. That's big cuz, man. I got her. Now the rest of y'all on your own. Said Fundraising Garage will be available. Fundraising Garage will be available for parking. So do whatever you need to do to listen, work it out, right? As well as the shuttle from Smith Wheels. So the shuttle will be available from Smith Wheels. Yes. Man, make sure you take care of that, man. It's finna be ignorant. I love this type of stuff, TD. I know people complain about the park. This. Man, listen, it's finna be a packed house in that thing. We're gonna see the best crowd we've seen all year, probably in a while. This is a big time game. So, ESPNU for those who are not coming. But we trying to have us a good old time, man.
Hey, I'm gonna speak to us that like to procrastinate, kind of guilty. So the game started at 2. You said, well, I guess I'll leave home by 12.
Good luck. I wish I had that. Can you hear that, TD?
Cricket? You know what it is?
Yeah. No, I never listened to that stuff. I just wondered if you could hear it. You can hear that?
No, I can't. I had to turn on my hearing aid the first time.
So no, listen, man. If y'all wait till 12 o'clock and try to get over there, good luck. Good luck. And you ain't got no parking there. You got to have the right parking there. Because I'm going to tell you, man, people are going to be getting over there early. It's a 2 p.m. It's a 2:30 kickoff. So you're talking about a 2:30 kickoff and people trying to tailgate, man. So we plan on tailgating this time. And our little tailgate experience starts at 10 o'clock. So, and then, the Tiger Walk usually is probably going to be around noon, maybe. I would know. Yeah, maybe around noon, I would say.
Yeah. I'll read the message. Go, yeah.
What about the parade?
You choose to go.
I was just about to say, hey, do you, bro? Do you, man?
Collage, no. Hey, man, go to parade, man. Hey, I'm okay.
If you got your parking, you good.
That's right. I'll put you up on game. Go park your car, ride with somebody else.
It's gonna be fun, man. I must say, this is gonna be a very interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting game, man. I must say, for various reasons, I must say. And I'm not, just be there, man. It's gonna be a great time. I'm looking forward to it, and it's gonna be some damn good football played, all right? But let's get into some sports throughout the week real quick, and then we'll get into what people came to see. I do want to shout out our women's soccer team, bro. Really good showing, bro. They parking lots will open at 8 a.m. Just so y'all know, parking lots open at 8 a.m. And what else I got here? So get there early. All right. Women's soccer, TD, 2-2 in Texas, in Houston, Texas, bro. We were 2-0 in Texas, 2-0 in Texas, 4-0 versus Prairie View, and 2-0 versus Texas Southern, man. So shout out to Coach Ted for God is in his team. Those ladies are doing some big things right now. They're playing very well right now. Very well.
Yeah, man, they practice hard too. Like I said, you know, they be out there, you know, in the sun. It doesn't matter the time they be out there getting it, man. So they definitely put in the work and deserve it. So, hey, if you put in the work, you know what I'm saying, you have a chance to fight, you have a chance to win, and you don't quit. So, like I said, shout out to coach in volleyball. I mean, in the soccer team, man. They be out there putting in that work, man. Much respect to them because they're too much running for me.
Hey man, true story, man. Shout out to so I tried when I know Coach Lewis, my basketball coach at Chastain, right? I went out and tried out for TD. I tried out for soccer, bro.
You did?
Yeah. And I left after the first practice, bro.
Hey, you in football?
Hey, listen. I was going. Let me say it the right way. There's this thing called a train that you.
I want to hear this one.
Let me see how I can say this. Like, nah, I gotta say it the right way. There's a drill where you sprint, you jog and sprint around the track, in one behind one another. Coach blows the whistle. Y'all know, I know why y'all laughing because I wasn't going to say that. All right. When Coach blow the whistle, TD, the person at the back of the line got to sprint all the way to the front of the line and get in front of the line.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh no.
And then you got that one teammate that want to show out and act like he better than everybody.
Right.
So he started running.
Instead of all of us being lazy together, he was.
So we call them Indian runs. Okay, the Indian
run, yeah.
I don't know what it was called because I ain't done it since I was in the 8th grade. I did it one time in my entire life. And I said, you know what? Hey, Coach, I appreciate you for allowing me to be out here, but this is not for me. Y'all have a good life. All right.
Man, yeah. I miss Ron there.
2 miles, 3 days with, man, let me tell you something. I ain't doing that. I was like, what is the point of this? And you just take out running. You running. You running all the way to the front. And it's like, bro, stop. It's like, bro, stop running. I'm trying to get in front of you, bro. Because just because you get in front of them don't mean the drill stops.
No, it's time for that person that's at the end of the line to zoom by you.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I get it, endurance. I endured I endured the day and said, I ain't never doing this again. I was like, I ain't coming back. And I never went back. I didn't even get to the ball, bro. I never got to the part where, man, I'm telling y'all, it was like that. I wanted to whoop him, man. You know, you want to swing on a teammate because it's like, bro, y'all know. Come on, man. Come on, bro. So, yeah, to your point, man, these young ladies are in great shape, man.
Yeah.
Kudos to them, man, because they, woo. Hey, LaDon, I said it just like that, too. I'm out. Mama, come get me. You ain't got to worry about me going back to practice no more. Good.
Hey, never trailer clothes out.
Hey, hey, it was over with, TD. It was over with. I'm telling you, I'll never do it again.
Make sure listen, uniform.
Couple birthdays. Two birthdays to the big boys, man. Hey, man, it's happy birthday to Mason Barton and Cam James. I got this other football page. We got two of our football, two old linemen, man. Play the same position, too.
That's right.
Same birthday. I never knew that. Because you were, I was out there because I went out there time because I wanted to get in shape for basketball.
Curious? Why would you be? I mean, what you mean curious?
I thought it was gonna help me. I thought it was gonna help me lose a little weight, get in shape. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't for me.
Look, man, the first time I got introduced to the Indian Run, I messed around and joined that Paul Lacoste thing, and my crazy stuff did it in January. It was cold out there, man. We was over at Master drawing that film. Never again.
Nah, I ain't gonna do too much running like that, man. I ain't gonna do too much running. All right, let's get into some homecoming talk, man. Get ready. It's homecoming. This is a 2:30 kickoff. Jack State versus Alabama State. ESPNU. This is gonna be a good one, man. Purchase your tickets and parking at gojsutigers.com/tickets. Homecoming tickets sale. Listen, the game day is going to be $50. Okay. Listen, no parking passes sold on game day. Get whatever you need to get. 2024 national champs will be honored prior to kickoff. It's going to be pretty good stuff, man. So go ahead and grab your ticket now if you haven't. $45. And I reiterate, don't purchase it off a third-party site. You can only get it from My Impact. All right. CD, there was some football played this weekend. 4 games around the SWAC. I think you was 4 for 4. I want to say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah, I thought Mr. Nasty Time was gonna do a little something against Texas Southern. I was wrong. I wanted Bethune-Cookman to beat Alabama State. Didn't happen.
That's why I was asking you. Are you thinking with
I did that on purpose.
Or you did it with your heart?
I said the easy pick was Alabama State. Now I didn't really think that I was hopeful.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't based off the data. It was just based off of we trying to win the East, and I wanted somebody to beat them. But even if they would have lost that game, it doesn't matter. They could lose that game, beat us, win out, and still win the East. Because it's about the head-to-head if you finish with the same record. So at the end of the day, but then again, I thought, from what I saw, that they could have gave them some fits. Maybe, who knows, man. But their defense couldn't stop that team. I just watched that whole game. But yeah, Poe Alcorn, man, 13-12. I think Coach finna be looking for another job here soon. I ain't trying to wish nothing bad on him, but I don't see Alcorn keeping I don't see them staying pat very long. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. Speaking of Lincoln, though, Lincoln, hell, they better hope Lincoln plays, because Lincoln has had to cancel the game already this year due to too many injuries, TD.
They might be playing too many big schools.
Yep. I mean, it's a school out of California. Lincoln out of California, man. It's possible.
Yeah, that goes back to that money game stuff, but hey.
I wouldn't even so much as money games. It's just regular games. Well, you know what? I take that back. That was a money game. It was Idaho State or something like that. And they couldn't even play their next game. They had to cancel their next game because they had too many injuries, bro. Wow. That's a true story. Give me your thoughts on your on the scores from around the SWAC, man. And we'll move on to talk about our latest victory over Alabama A&M.
I'm happy that Bethune-Cookman did put up somewhat of a fight. You know what I'm saying? They lost the fight, but Alabama State knew they was in it. You know what I'm saying? You get to fight with somebody. So I might not win, but you're gonna know I was in it. So that's kind of how Bethune-Cookman did, in this game right here. I figured Texas. I kind of figured Texas Southern will win this game. Kind of watching how they've been going through the season, very close games. And the comeback they had with Valley. So I figured they got a pretty decent team. And I know that Coach Hampton, is building his program, and he's getting there slowly but surely. But I just kind of figured Texas Southern would take this game. I just didn't think they would be this lopsided. I really didn't think it would be this bad.
Right.
So not sure what happened. I hadn't watched the game. And the Alcorn score, I picked PV, with a little hope that Alcorn, because I really thought Alcorn was going to have something to say about, being over in the West. I thought they was going to, especially with the talk that PV was doing, I'm like, well, Alcorn might have something to say about that, along with Southern. So I was kind of hoping they, kind of pulled it out, but just going on picks and analytics, I kind of figured that, PV would beat them. Actually, I didn't think it would be this close,
Right. I thought it would be by more. Yep.
Yeah, I thought it'd be by a little more, They
were 12-10, man. And, actually, they were driving TDs to actually kick the field goal. And I think coach called a pass play, and he got sacked and got knocked out of field goal range or something.
Well, coach explained that. I understood. And that's what, I'm glad coach explained that, because that's one thing I often say on this screen. And I'll say to anybody when I'm talking sports, one thing about, being in sports, you never know what's going on in the locker room or going on the sideline, or you might see Ken, dressed out in his uniform, but Ken ankle messed up. You know what I'm saying? Or shoulder hurt. But like, well, why they ain't put Ken in? Well, Ken hurt. So his explanation was, he said he know his room, so he really didn't trust his kicker. So I guess he wanted to get him a little closer, and unfortunately, the quarterback got sacked. So that's what he said. He said, I know my personnel. So maybe he didn't trust his kicker from that distance and wanted to try to get even closer. That's why he chose to pass rather than run. Plus, they said they were shedding down soil. So I think that's his name. He wasn't doing much either. So even if you just wanted to run him to get the ball in the middle of the field, pick up a few more yardage, the running game wasn't really popping. So he wanted to get his kicker a little closer. So he chose to do a pass play, and it backfired.
Fair enough. I mean, coaches have to make decisions at all times. If it works, you're a genius. If it don't work, you're an idiot. That's kind of how the game goes sometimes, But like you said, he stood by his decision. It was what it was. They lost.
And that's what I respect about Coach Thomas. I mean, he might be on, on a short leash, but every time he come up on the coaching call, he stand by what his decision. He take ownership for what's going on with the team. He don't put the fingers on nobody else, even though it may be the players or the coaches or the play call.
Yep.
But at the same time, it rests with me. So he owned up for it. You got to respect that aspect of it. Now, if they're gonna give him an extension, I doubt it. But don't know. Maybe somebody like the more values of it or respect about it. But he stand up for his. So I definitely respect that. He owned up to whatever goes on with his team.
Yeah, I think an extension is a long shot.
Yeah,
but yeah. Texas Southern whooped up on UAPB. They shellacked them. Three teams scored 50 this week. Didn't see that coming. But nevertheless, Bethune couldn't Alabama State. Alabama State pretty much did what they wanted to do. That score got close. They closed that score out toward the end. It was garbage time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. It wasn't as close. It's not as close as the score. They was actually down. It looked like 2 touchdowns. I think they scored 2 touchdowns toward the end.
So since you watched it, when did Ransom go out, and would it have made a difference if he would have stayed?
Ransom went out in the first quarter.
Oh,
yeah, he went out in the first quarter. But he had first play of the game was a touchdown from Ransom to his I just forgot his name. The wide receiver. Was it Huggins? I think it's Huggins. But I don't think it made much. I mean, he got sacked on a play TD that he probably should have got. Ross. It's Ross, my bad, the wide receiver Ross. He got sacked on a play that he probably should have not tried to do what he did. He wound up. It was Huggins. That's what I thought. It was Huggins. It was the number 5, wasn't it? Who's number 5? Is that Huggins? But they got a speedster at a receiver, man. Really good receiver. And he hit him, man. First play of the game. Now, after that, so that was Ross. Okay. Somebody said Huggins Ross. Okay. All right. Yes, the all SWAC guy. Okay, gotcha. So he got sacked and he fumbled the ball. It looked like he started like he grabbed at his hamstring. Did he? I couldn't remember what it was or what they said it was. LOL, it was Huggins. Okay, like all right. Going back.
Receiver.
It was the receiver. Yeah. Yeah, it was number 5. What number was number?
That's Ross. Number 5 is Ross.
What number is 8?
Stewart.
Okay, well, it's Ross then.
Kobe Stewart, yeah.
What number is Huggins? Is there Huggins? I don't know. Anyway. I could go look it up, but it ain't that important. The point that I'm making is, TD, the answer is absolutely not. You know why?
Why?
But Thurman Cookham's defense couldn't stop Alabama State. They couldn't stop them. That RPO killed them, bro. Andrew Body has a really good control of that offense. Yeah, it was one of them dudes, Travis. It's one of them. It was a receiver, fast receiver, right? No, man. They executed it well. They ran the ball down their throats, man. And I watched it from start to finish, just to kind of get an idea. It's you gotta Coach Quinn, I'm so excited to see what he's gonna do this week, how he's gonna game plan for this. This is gonna be a chess match, you know what I mean? Because Andrew Body is he runs this offense extremely well because of his ability to run the ball, TD. The ability to extend plays, didn't take a sack, didn't throw an INT. He's very limited on negative plays, but man, they run screens very well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They get the ball out extremely fast. They formation you. They try to create disadvantages with the formations. And all I'm gonna say is and I'm not breaking them down right now. And then maybe they switch it up. Usually the guy that's in motion is, from what I've seen a lot of the times, bro, the guy that's in motion is the guy that get the ball. I know it's not as simple as that, but when you see a guy moving pre-snap, you better pay attention to that guy. But then when they lure you into looking at that guy, and then they'll go do something totally different. So it could be our discipline in this game going to be extremely important. They got that's true. Their RPO is nasty as hell, bro. One of the best RPO teams I've seen from an execution standpoint in a while. And that's because of the quarterback, his body's ability. You got to respect his legs, because TD, he'll turn around and gas you for 50.
Yeah, I hadn't watched anything on them much since the
UAB. They got a slew of running backs too, bro. Just like they got a staple, you know what I'm saying, with
Coach
Harris,
Clark,
Clark, Ligon, Kirkendall. They got a four-headed monster over there running back. It's gonna be lovely, man. If you love offense and coaches, trying to come up with defensive strategies to try to stop one another, this is gonna be a fun game, man. I'm excited about it, bro. So
it sounds like one of these defensive games where you look like you're going to blitz, and then you drop your men and maybe blitz somebody from from another direction. So you have to confuse and mix up your scheme with that too.
Well, he does. The only thing with Body is that he don't hold the ball long. You know what I mean? He get it out, and then if not, he'll take off. He's a good runner, bro. He's a damn good runner. Yeah, one of their backs is from Marcus Harris is from Jackson. Yes,
with the MRA.
Yep, he's from Jackson. Good size, man. He's a solid joker, man. And he got speed. So I mean, it's gonna be fun. You haven't really. When last time we thought about Alabama State and offense? Alabama State has usually been putrid on offense, but for the most part, serviceable. But they've been very good on defense. Now it's a little inverted. It's flipped.
I mean, but if you think about it, they hadn't had a quarterback. I mean, the last time they had a quarterback, I think they got a guy from Auburn who's supposed to have been good. He didn't pan out.
When D. Davis was supposed to be the guy. But D. Davis was a little guy. He doesn't run it the way Body does, So it's definitely going to be a fun chess match to watch. I like my coaches and our coaches and players though, and we'll get to it though. Listen, man. After the damage was done, this is the standings right now. Jackson State as well as Alabama State finishes 4-1, 2-0 in the conference. This is huge in conference play. Prairie View 3-0, 4-2. Looks like things could get a little interesting, man. It really could right now. Alabama A&M 0-2 in conference play. Damn, Alabama. Damn, Ty. Look like y'all going to be at home in December. Nevertheless, I can tell you right now, neither Jackson State nor Alabama State going to lose no 2 games in the conference, in that side of the conference. It's not happening. And we're not worried about didn't expect to see. Well, I guess it matched together. We need FAMU and Valley need to stay together because it matches with the color scheme. Green and orange. It look good together. Oh my goodness. And Alcorn 0-5. Good googly moogly. Yeah, man. Southern plays Prairie View next. No. Prairie View plays Southern next. Let me say it that way.
A homecoming.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one, TD. That's a bye week game.
That's this week, isn't it?
No, it's the 18th. I looked at it. It's definitely. Ooh, Southern. You think Southern wins over Prairie View? That's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. But nevertheless, man. After the win, Jack State stays in the top 15. Alabama State, they had that record wrong. Somebody had them listed as 4-2, but I think they got some mentions. They got some mentions there. But I think we was ranked 14th in one of those polls, but we moved up from 17 to 15. You just got to keep winning. Just win, baby. That's all that matters at this point. You win, you move up. That's how that works. Big time game this weekend, and we'll see how it goes. All right, man. After the performance, and we're gonna talk a little bit about it. It still is so he was 21 for 30. He wasn't 31. One of the things say he was 21 for 31. The other one say he was 21 for 30. So which one is it? Travis is. I'm assuming that this is the accurate one. So he was 21 for 30, not 21 for 31. Jacoby and Morgan. ESPN has us at 14. Great game by Jacoby. Offensive player of the week, TD, for the SWAC. 4 touchdowns passing, 120 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Quincy Ivory, big-time game, 10 tackles, 3 solos, 1 tackle for loss. Had a really good presence too, man. 21 for 30. The other one was a team pass. Aha. Gotcha. What is a team pass? I don't know what that is, but thoughts on the players of the week, TD?
I agree with it. I mean, at the same time, I will say that once again, Mr. Silas put his name in the hat. That he had a pretty good game. Of course, they got the choice right. Quincy barely missed a sack by a half a step. So I think this is the first game he went without, recording a sack, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely chose the right 2 players again. Shout out to the general, Jacoby and Morgan. The young man looked poised. He looking like he's taking the bull by the horn and got control of the ship, man. And I think it's, what I'm saying, if he keep the confidence that he has, keep playing the way that he is, I mean, he can set some records. He can put his name, up there with some of the elites, when he keep getting these numbers like this. I think he can definitely throw, he can go even higher with the passing, Ken. I think he will. Definitely stay focused. So congratulations to him. I mean, I know a lot of flack came, was coming down and stuff, but he weathered the storm. He, put his blockers on and continued to listen to his coaches. Definitely his head coach and, offensive coordinator, weathered the storm. But maybe it's not a good time for me to, get into a formal breakdown, but I think they're a good choice. And definitely, Quincy, man, I'm proud of that young man. He said he was on a mission. He came to do something and he's doing it. And he's focused. He seemed like a team leader. He's starting to make himself mean among boys, Ken. I'm respecting it. If you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. This young man is talking the talk since the summer, since he got on campus, and that's exactly what he's doing. So nothing but respect for that young man. I hope his number continue to go up, and he started getting invites and stuff that he deserved. So they got it correct, and I'm definitely proud of these young men. And I want them to continue continue going upwards. You know what I'm saying? Don't get to their head, stay level. You know what I'm saying? But stay hungry. Yep. Stay humble, but stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. It ain't over yet. And some of the noise, sometimes go back and listen to it. play it again and say, okay, well, you know what? It ain't over yet. That was last week. I gotta go and do it again this week.
I was talking today, my advice to them, and I like the press conference. I like what they both had to say in the press conference today. Something a little different. Definitely seemed locked in. I love Quincy's answer when they talked about how he stays focused. He was like, man, I'm not really a party guy.
Right.
I'm gonna be studying film, locked in for this game. They play for each other. They play as a team.
Brotherhood.
With that brotherhood and that camaraderie. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But to Jacobian, my message to him is treat the failures and the success the exact same way.
Yep.
Treat the cheers and the boos the exact same way. They're both imposters. Just do what you do.
And here's the thing, continue.
Don't get too high, don't get too low. Just do what you do. Stay. Go ahead. I'm gonna say one more thing, then we'll move on.
Yeah, I just about to say, even with the brotherhood thing, for any teammate, you know what I'm saying, continue to hold your teammate accountable. And if someone calling you out on something, don't get offended and don't get mad at them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at it as being love, tough love. Here's the thing. A lot of time, if people not giving you tough love, you got to ask yourself, I mean, you think it's cool, but do they really care? You know what I'm saying? When someone decided to come up to you, I mean, these are tough lessons I had to learn, Ken. You know, I got offended one time. You know, I was doing some work in the classroom, and the young lady was assisting me, and we was working on a paper or something. And I thought I was done. Man, I thought I was finna go hang out, man. I got a phone call. Like, this paper ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
We got to do this again. I'm like, really? Yeah, either we're going to do it now or it don't get done. So, man, I had to put those plans aside and go to the library and get that paper right. And you know what? I made an A on the paper. So sometimes, you know, it takes situations like that. You know what I'm saying? It take your brother and your teammate hold you accountable, just like somebody, you know, I hate to go to the extreme, but drinking and driving. Don't get mad at me. I'm going to take your keys. You know what I'm saying? You got to hold be accountable. Then if they really real with it, they'll come back and thank you later.
Without question.
So hold your teammates accountable. Continue to big them up, you know, and tell them, you know, what's good, what's bad, what's right, what is indifference. And when he said that brotherhood, kid, it thought about something that you and I said last week when we saw the dap that Lockhart and Jacobian gave each other on the sideline after a touchdown pass. You know what I'm saying? It was love. And I don't know what type of signs they be throwing up, man. I can't keep up them young men in their hands and them fingers. You know,
that's big brother to little brother. You know what I mean? Like we I love that, man. I mean,
yeah, I do too.
No disrespect to Parker or Ethan or anyone, and not to even elevate Jared above where he should be.
Right.
You got some young Tigers coming up, man. That's going to be pretty good in that quarterback room. But your season, the general, man, is the one that was going to take us where we needed to go this year. Right. It was a pretty cool moment at the end of the game, man. Seeing the Lockharts and wanting to get their son a photo with Jacoby, and it just you know that they're working together. And I mentioned Coach Rip Kirk, and seeing him grow with Jacoby in his quarterback room, and it's just pretty cool to see, man. We just got to keep. I love what Coach said today. Coach said something today. It's not about taking that next step. It's about a level of consistency. Now you got to be consistent now.
That's right.
Do it over again.
That's right.
The same thing. He's in a nice groove, and I love it because initially you came out the gate, and I would just say it didn't look how we wanted it to look, how he wanted it to look, how anyone expected it to look right away.
Right.
Again, when you're adding new pieces, they talked about the brotherhood and the camaraderie. He mentioned that, you know, being new pieces and stuff like that. You have to get comfortable with folks, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shamar Savage joins the wide receiver core. Jonas is there. You know what I mean? And then Nate Rembrandt comes in. You had Dupree is there. You kind of learn the wide receivers' tendencies, and now you got this other wide receiver who he may be a little quicker at the point at the breaking point, may turn a little fast, you know what I mean? Make him do a little more, and it's an adjustment period, man. Still some opportunities there. And we're gonna need him to be Superman, bro. Again. And what I mean by Superman is it may just be we may not need to throw the ball 30 times next game. We may run it more. I don't know. But at the end of the day, coaches are gonna call a good game plan, and we just want to see Brother Morgan continue to do what he's doing, playing at a high level, man. Running, he picked his spots when he wanted to run. Was very, very calm, almost to the point of like super laxed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was chill, man. Like very chill. You could tell that his clock wasn't sped up. You know what I mean? He was very relaxed, and you can see the off-season training showing it rearing its head, bro. The training, you put the work in, it'll pay you back, bro.
I mean, being there, seeing the training, seeing the training. I mean, you can see every pass and stuff that he throw. You see his footwork. You know what I'm saying? You see the ball constantly elevated in a throwing motion, eyes downfield, feet moving. You know what I'm saying? Letting your body feel, what's going on around you, and locking in on your intent and your target. You can see that pretty much in every throw. And actually, to be honest with you, Ken, I say this respectfully, but when you think about the training, you think about, this time last year, you think about the training that he received, and, we've been on there a few times watching the training and seeing it actually being implemented in the game. It's a thing of beauty.
It is. I tagged it, and I'm gonna jump past it, but both these obviously are our KC-1400 Iron Horse Players of the Week. That was an easy choice this week as well. I tagged Wyatt, and Coach Rip has been doing a fantastic job with him, but he had a chance to also work with QB coach Wyatt Davis, one of the best in the city, in the SIP rather, and you can see some of the drill work coming to fruition and paying off. I know he's proud of that. But yeah, man, this is good stuff.
And last thing I'll say on that, Ken, even looking at the relationship with Jared and Jacoby, and you also, you look at Parker. I mean, his demeanor is good. He's a happy-go-lucky young man. I mean, when they get ready to warm up, he the first one to throw the ball. I mean, I just like the way the quarterback room looks when they, when they together and they get together and talk about things, the situation. He was sitting on the bench. So shout out to the coaches, man. I mean, and you don't see, I've definitely seen so many times where there have been disagreement, arguments, and fights on the sideline because somebody pointing the finger, blaming someone else. Just a little time that I'm around, especially during the game, I hadn't seen that. I remember one time, man, our offense struggled so bad, man. The defense, we come out of the field, man, and the whole defense cussed us out. Get off the field. Golly, man, water. Man, so it's respect, man. So shout out to those guys, man. Again, congratulations to Quincy and Jacoby, and shout out to the coaches, man, for doing a fantastic job working with these young men in this paying off.
It is, man. Yeah, very well said, bro. I did leave one thing out, but I will. I'm gonna update it now since I got a second too. Let me do that because I want to. He was also named the box to row again. The box to row player of the week, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, man. So just proud of him, bro. Definitely proud of him for continuously just playing his butt off, bro. And let me see if I can get this up here real fast. It didn't do it. But nevertheless, he's also the TD. He was named Jacoby was also named the Stats FCS National Player of the Week. The graphic is out there. I can't pull it up right now. It's HBCU National Player of the Week by Stats Performance. National Player of the Week. That's pretty good stuff, man. So,
and not only that, man, shout out to you know, again, we talked about it before, Ken, and we talk, you know, we're gonna continue to speak on it. You know, that these are young men, these are young athletes that have family member, friends, and people that love them, you know, in the stands and everything else. I mean, so, you know, it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure this is, you know, a release to a lot of these young men's family too, from, you know, having to hear some of the rhetoric and everything that goes on too. But you said, you know, I like what you know, what your suggestion is to the young men. And man, continue to do so even with Quincy, man. I mean, stay home, Quincy. I mean, you got what it takes. I mean, I love seeing that young man coming off the edge, King. I'm looking for 6, you know, and then a bright spot is even opening up for, like, you know, for like Ward and John Brown. I mean, everything clicks when, you know, it's like saying they're gelling at the right time. You know, it's starting to gel. I mean, it's still a lot of football, a lot of work to do for sure, but it's looking good definitely right now.
They said Bama gonna have Bama defense is dumpster truck juice, nevertheless. But anyway, yeah, you can disguise blitzes, but they ain't no good defense, bro. Let's not kid ourselves. Their offense is what's killing them on other teams. Anyway, some other guys that stood out in that game. Shamar Savage had a big game, bro. 3 receptions, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mossed the young brother over there in that corner over there, and then caught one and then showed his speed after he caught the ball, man. So really good breakout game. I actually talked to him before the game. I was like, man, I need a big game. He's like, man, I feel good today. I feel very good. And I was like, man, I was happy to see that. That ball that Jacobian threw, 2 beautiful balls that he caught. It's right on the money. And then obviously Travis Terrell. Just see Travis Terrell get going. Didn't get in the end zone. Big return, big run, big rushing. Has had a lot of big yards. So he had 103 rushing yards, and I'm not even sure what his return yards were. But had a really good game, and I know he had a couple words with him coming out of halftime. And I just tell you, I just say what I told him, you know, and not saying that my words are any different than anyone else's. I was like, hey, stop thinking about that. Like you're overthinking trying to score. Man, just relax. Forget that. Just do what you do. Get the ball and do what you do. I was like, I feel like you're overthinking it. You want it so bad. And I get it. You want it so bad, man, that you're pressing. You know what I'm saying? That's any former athlete can see that when you got a star player that just isn't hitting that mark that he set for himself. It's like, hey, relax.
So that basically you had to get out your own way.
And man, he went in the second half, a monster second half. Like I said, it's not because of my words. I was right next to him and he's running out. I just giving him words of encouragement. Talk to G Baby too. I mean, he said, hey man, you're gonna be all right. Just make the next one. Get out your head. But Shamar, Travis Terrell, you mentioned Jace. Jace had another big game, had an interception, tackle for loss, 4 solo tackles. Big time game for Jace, man. And then Donovan coming in, averaging 40 on punts. He was 2 for 2 on field goals, man. Big time leg. He's a punter and he's a kicker, man. That's a great luxury to have, man. To have when your star kicker is kind of not, it ain't his day. You got someone you can turn to, and it worked out. G Baby went to start kicking off and was kicking that joker to the back of the end zone. It's just something to get him back in his mode, just get him back comfortable. You know what I mean? Like overthinking it, because the expectations are there. You hard on yourself. You want to make every kick. You want to be perfect. You know what I mean? And when it don't go that way, you get in your head. And once you get in your head, man, it go down. It can go downhill fast, bro.
Yep. Hey, and then what up, Jay Boom? And then you know, when you think about you going back to Shamar Savage, I mean, you see the young man, his personality, you know, he's smiling, he always seemed to be joyful. It seemed like he, but when he get on the field, man, he turned into a different person. I mean, he want to do you bad on the field, but when you see him just regularly, it's like he's just free. You know what I'm saying? Like he enjoying the moment, so definitely happy from that young man. And it's still registered that Tiger Talk interview that he did. If you hadn't seen that, go back and watch that. The young man has some stuff to say, man. So definitely proud of the young man that he had his breakout game. That's why he came. You know what I'm saying? He enjoyed the coaches down, in Legacy Bowl. And hey, figure out Jackson State was a place to be. So now we just gotta, continue this road and finish the task, man. And glad Travis decided to. Travis had a good game. I mean, but actually Travis been having pretty good games anyway. Off and on. For the most part, his name has been out there. He's been doing some good things. But check this out, Ken. A lot of his run came out on the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Things that are out, that we spoke on early in the season that, we was hoping to see, some tosses to him. I know Jacoby was running to the right one time, saw Travis out there and flicked the ball to him, and Travis took off. Those things like that where he was in open space, help him accumulate this amount of yards. And so
not to cut you off, but that's something that Alabama State does very well. Mm-hmm. Putting those players that can do, because they got a lot of like Travis type build guys on offense, the receiver, the running backs. They get them. They do some really creative stuff to get them in open space. They do a good job of that. But keep going. I just wanted to throw that out there. So
Oh yeah, I mean it was a perfect segue. So no problem. I had no problem with that, man. Good deal. But again, I just wanted to say congratulations to I like to see that. You know what I'm saying? A player of his caliber be able to use his speed, quickness, and agility to get outside and make moves and create his own space. So it was good to see that. Good deal. Keith, what up, baby? What up, cuz? What up, Bronco fan? Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna speak on that too. Yeah, the Broncos had a good game yesterday. They beat the Eagles, didn't they? Hey, but Kim, tell you something, man. Since I brought that up, I get out of church, man. I got a message from a fellow brother that watched the show, support everything, man. Good brother. I mean, just Willie Sucker. Nah, man, some of them mean text for no reason, bro. I'm like, man, where is this coming from? He gonna say that he just got out of church, but it's time for the Broncos to catch this beat down. I'm like, bro, why are you texting me this? And I'm like, I had never said anything like that, before, Ken. Let me tell you what this young man had to say to me. So he said, TD, just getting out of church, but do understand that the Broncos are about to get crushed. Still love you, bro. I said, oh, okay. So I responded and said, fly, Eagle, fly. 17. Oh, I wasn't gonna call your name, but shout out to hey, boy, I tell you what, boy, they oh, Tim, that was Tim. Huh? Oh, yeah. They said Scarlet Dog on holler. Fly. Hey, man, we appreciate taking it that zero off the board for you. You ain't want no zero, no way. man. Well, I'm gonna say this, man. I told you I wasn't rooting for the Raiders, so I hope the Broncos beat them down, bro. Beat them on down. Pete Carroll, now they trying to figure out. I wonder what's wrong. We're 1-4 because y'all suck, and y'all decided to go with Geno Smith, who got 5 interceptions in the last 2 games. I don't want to hear about it. Geno is who he is. He always was who he was. Geno's a backup. He's not a starter, franchise type quarterback, bro. And they went in there and decided to go. They went from bad to worse. And you could have drafted Shador. So I don't feel sorry for him. Hey, speaking of all this right here, while we on before we go back to our Jackson State Tigers. Hey man, I want to meet Coach Mickey Joseph. I want to see can he get me hook me up with his brother. Brother Vance. Yeah, Brother Vance, you know what I'm saying? The defensive coordinator for the Broncos. Give me some back passes. He was dialing that thing up yesterday, man. I was watching it. Yeah, he man, what TV package you got, man? I just can't see $35 a month to watch a game. But not yet. but yeah, man, Coach Joseph shouted out his brother. He do it every week. He talk about him every week on the coach's call. He said something about him this morning. Yeah. But again, man,
when your team ain't really all that, I guess you got to find something to talk about.
I mean, definitely happy for Chase Ward and Donovan too, man. I mean,
Jace.
Huh?
I said Jace. I said Chase.
Yeah, Jace. Yeah, Jace. Jace Ward. Yeah, man, he had a good game. Donovan had a good game. I mean, definitely proud of those young men. They balling, man. Again, it goes back to coaching. You know, still had a few penalties, but hey, we can work through them.
Yes, sir. All right, man. So with that being said, let's get into it, bro. Let's get into the game. Breakdown. Ty, I don't know if she's still out there, but 57-24, man. Jack State straight beat down Alabama A&M. Man. When you talk about just the overall performance, man, it was a. Give me your first thoughts on this game, bro. I know we've been touching on it a little bit, but 57-24. I don't think nobody got their score right. I believe it. I don't think I saw 57-24.
Man, you know what, Ken? I actually want to.
It have been 61 again, but nevertheless,
it really could have.
It would have had 61 one more time. Oh, that would have been chef's kiss.
Hey, man, you know what? I want to start here, Ken. I want to say, I think that was the first complete game, you know, that we had this season.
We've gotten to one. Yep.
Because we've gotten to one, it definitely still a lot of work, you know, to do. Offense, defense, special teams, coaching, everything, man. You know, it was on, and it wasn't against just a Rudy Poo type team. I mean, Alabama A&M, you know, they have a pretty decent team. You know, they was one of the ones I was curious about, you know, in the offseason, what they had going on with their new coach, Sam Shade. But so I wanted to say that, man. And then the next thing, Ken, I wanted to do it. I wanted to do this, and there's a reason why. I want to give a definitely a special shout out, man, to Cam James, DeAndre Towns Blue, Demetrius Smith Jr., Brian Williams Jr., and Quavion Davis, and it was special honorees to Alex von Wayno. Did I say that right?
Villanueva.
No. Alex.
Oh, Valbuena.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Alex Valbuena.
Yes. Mason Barton, Aquarius White, and Isaiah Villanueva, and honorary Jansen Riley. Man, the offensive line did their job this week, last week. Now I know at the first couple games, you know, I may mention that, you know, our quarterback didn't have enough time, you know, to really go through the reads and stuff like they used to. I mean, like we would think they should, but I give credit where credit is due. You know, when I look at stuff, I analyze for what my 4 eyes see. Mm-hmm. And I must say, you know, compared to what it was at the beginning to what it was definitely these last 2 games, I know even in Bethune-Cookman, I think the first 5 penalties was on the offensive line. So those young men went out, they did their thing. Shout out to Coach Manning, shout out to Coach Graham, you know, anybody affiliated with the offensive line for doing their thing, man.
Yep.
They really came out there and they've been balling. They allowed Jacoby Morgan to be upright and allow him to be able to pick and choose his open receivers downfield. They're giving up 5 sacks this season. 3 of them was against USM. So when you look at, you know, you go through the game where we played 5 games.
Yep. 4-1. Yep.
5 sacks. 3 of them was against the FBS school. I think 2 of them, 1 or 2 against Hampton. So you got to get those young men credit for doing their job.
We gave up 1 against US Southern. I think it was 1 Southern.
Yeah, I think we did give up 1 against us. So 1 against Hampton and 1 against Southern. Mm-hmm. And then 3 against USM.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, but you look at that, man. I mean, that's the point. So you gotta give credit, you know, to the trenches. We always talk about the trenches. We talk about the game we won, and run the loss in the trenches. We look at the finesse players, the quarterbacks, the running back, the wide receiver, but none of that matters if the quarterback doesn't receive the ball from the snap. It don't have the time to hand the ball off or to pass the ball. So those guys are well deserving. So shout out, you know, to those to the offensive line for doing their job. And you know, even when you look at the tight end, they pretty much you know, they're a glorified offensive line. I mean, they can catch. You know what I'm saying? So I watched just in the last couple of games, you know, he's been blocking, you know, real well. I mean, I seen him take on Kelby Given. Of course, TT helped him out a little bit on one of them, but even in the Alabama A&M game, he was blocking real well. So shout out to that young man for doing his thing. He even had a couple catches, so I'm glad to see him back doing his thing, you know, kind of picking out where he left off. So again, I want to start the whole conversation now we're saying shout out to the whole entire offensive line and the coaching staff for doing their job. You know what I mean, for coaching those young men.
Well, that was you go back to the pregame show, the preview show, that was one of my keys. Got to win the trench battle. I thought that was the biggest thing, establish the physicality, and they've done that. Great breakdown, great stats. Love it. I mean, I feel like goes back to what we said, KISS method, keep it stupid. Nobody can stop us when we do what we do. We ain't got to get cute. It's just play old school smash mouth football. And they were just physically imposing. One of the things I am seeing that I really like, bro, is when they create that wall in that pocket, seeing Jacobian step up in the pocket, that does sacks. It's also you can see the field a lot better. Standing in the back as it's getting ready to close up on you, it's never good. It's never a good recipe. It's actually not fair to your lineman. So you have to step up in the pocket, and he's done a masterful job of doing that lately. And it has led to good things, bro. When those sacks did occur, it was kind of like things kind of collapsed real quickly, where you just didn't have time to react, read and react. So that worked out just fine. But
right.
Great point, man. They are blocking. I guess that meal over at Coach Manning has paid off, man. It was, you know, that good camaraderie and good brotherhood, right?
You ain't talked those into one yet, so we don't know how good it is.
Hey, we'll go to Zaxby's. I need them to keep blocking and mauling.
Exactly. I mean, hey, you know what, man? Hey, I'm going to tell you, and I know that Coach Manning probably pointed it out, he and Coach Graham, but extra shout out to the Aquarius, DQ, the Aquarius White.
Yep.
And it was one play, Ken, that long run that Jacobian had with they call back. I hadn't had a chance to watch the game.
I haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished the replay.
What you watching on? Because I don't have a replay.
I saw a cut up, a highlight, man, of like 30-minute long video, but I'm gonna watch it tomorrow, bro.
Man, when I tell you I watched the game, man, I listened to the commentators. I literally watched the whole game when I'm able to watch the whole game.
Yeah.
But it was just one play that one play with Jacobian. What he broke? I think he broke for about 30 or 40 yards.
Wait a minute, whoa! It's on demand. HBCU Go got on demand now in the app. I must be tripping because
you must be tripping. But I just like give young men they flower, because if they don't do it, I'm going to say that too. But Jaquarius, I mean, he was downfield 10 to 15 yards blocking, and Jacobian was right on his backside. You know, so those are the type of thing that makes, you know, a offensive line coach, you know, in an offensive coordinator, man, just makes me extremely happy, man. That may be an extra, you know, steak on the grill, seeing the offensive line go downfield and block, man. And most good offensive line take pride in going downfield blocking to the next level. And I definitely seen DQ do it on the play or two, man. So shout out to him, you know what I'm saying, for his efforts.
I must got a different HBCU Go out. They've been had on demand. I don't. Only thing I have is on the app. It must be on the Roku or something. Okay, I just said on the Roku. Okay, it's on the Roku. I don't ever watch it on the Roku, but I'm gonna go back and watch it tomorrow though. It was glitchy, but they had it. Drink water. He said, drink water. Plenty of it, man. I'm hydrating right now, brother. But no, man, that was but TD, anytime you're able to stir up 700 yards, you got hell of a damn outing by the offensive line. I mean, you got guys running around wide open, you got running backs running that thing, man. When you really go and look at the just the full breakdown of we had 300 and oh my gosh, bro. We rushed for literally 388 yards, bro. That's nuts.
It really?
59. That's insane. You know, so again, what do we talk about? Dominating both sides of the trench. You got to win a trench war, right? Which is something that's going to continue into this weekend. You have to win your side of the ball, dominate at the point of attack. And our D-line did the same thing. I know you mentioned the O-line. I can also mention the D-line. Jeremiah Brown, I'm not saying I have Quincy. I'm saying they really, Stanley Cook came in and Bo Peep, Jalen Ware, man, Kazari's Bowie. Them guys came in and Lacey, Tymon Wells. They weren't letting them guys rush for nothing. 2.3, only gave up one rushing touchdown, which was actually a pass play that turned into a rush by the quarterback. He really could have threw that ball, by the way, because that damn wide receiver was so wide open. He just ran it because he wanted to run the ball, But I love the attempts as well. But this was a masterclass on physicality. We out physical them, bro. And I think it's going to be much of the same. Now, one thing about this game on the weekend, TD, is they got a pretty good physical offensive line as well.
Yes, they do have a good offensive line. That's the first thing I said when I saw them play UAB. I said they got a good offensive line.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
without a question. Quad Brown had a really good pass in they passed for 347 on us. They more of a pass pro. They more of a RPO pass first, and that's what we were shown. We love to talk to coach. I know he's not happy about that 347, and I know he's good with the outcome. But 24 points, not something that he liked. I know there's nothing that he liked.
And not to mention, I mean, even keeping it real like that, there were times they were putting pressure on him, and he still was able to, run to the left or right and be able to throw the ball downfield. He just flat foot missed Pierre. I never see it. That was like a golf ball. He threw it toward the end zone. It bounced before he got to it, but he was wide open. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't throw the ball far enough. So definitely, that's what I say about those big quarterback. Braxton, when we played USM, when you had those big quarterbacks like that, when you hit them, you got to get them onto the ground, because if you play with them, they still upright at by them being so tall and strong and have strong arms, they still able to get the ball off a lot of times. So, you got to go and get physical with those type of players.
Yeah, and we'll get into some of the stats, but overall, I mean, I gave my assessment of the game. I was curious as really to hear yours. I thought the referees were pretty much consistent with what they've always been, and you know what that is. BFI for the most part, waste management, whatever word you want to use, dumpster truck juice, But I love the fact that we made the referees kind of obsolete in this. But I do feel like we really need to continue to get there. And let me say this, CD, there was a moment where I actually had a couple of the linemen were asking me, like, hey man, how many penalties we got? Like, it's something that they wanted to know. And I was like, man, it's probably about 12. He's like, 12, like, ain't no way. So I looked at it, we had 8 at the time. It was like, I thought I knew we were still in single digit. We wound up getting 2 more bonehead penalties, which wasn't really
but wasn't most of those on special team, like on the kickoff, the ball was going out of bounds?
Yeah, ball went out of bounds. We had jumped off sides on special teams. We had a couple false starts, one on Quay, one on DQ. Yeah, it was definitely incomplete. That fumble was all the way wrong.
They overturned it.
Not that Jamil Gardner fumble. They gave that ball to them.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
The one that Jacobian threw, and it was he caught it. Basically, it was an incomplete pass. He never really gained full control of the ball, and he went down. And then the ball hit the ground, and they called it a fumble, and they gave it to him. Because we would have scored.
In the middle of the field.
Yeah, in the middle of the field, really on towards right on 820, just about. But this was a great overall, like you said, a pretty much complete game. TD, when you look at the stats now, I'm gonna go. Let's just take a look at the stats real quick for the conference. Just after that game, this is the first time we've gotten to. We just got above 300 yards we've allowed. So you look at the totals, team stats. Jack State still ranked number one on offense and defense. But I want to point out something, TD. We were in the 200s in yards given up per game. That even though we gave up a little over 400, it kind of boosted that average up a little bit. And I know, and we were also the only team that was left in single digit with touchdowns. So we finally are in the double digits now. Texas Southern is giving up the second fewest touchdowns, ironically. But one thing I do want to notate, when you look at the offensive output, look at Alabama State. Alabama State has ran.
Prairie View, isn't it? The Prairie View with the second least touchdown, didn't it?
Texas Southern.
Okay.
Giving up. Prairie View gave up 16.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about just touchdowns in general, not second defense.
Gotcha.
When you look at Alabama State, and I know we'll break them down on Wednesday, but the amount of plays that they run, they're averaging 450 yards, 7.9 yards per play. More touchdowns than anybody, 26 touchdowns, and they've done it in 285 plays. We're at 361. So we run almost 80 plays more than them. We're averaging 506, 7 yards per carry, more time of possession. They haven't really been in a game. They've been most of their games have either been blowouts or shootouts. The Southern game is a good game to go back and watch because the first half they had them pretty much stifled. That's kind of the game plan. I think we should. I'm pretty sure we are. Looking at the coaches are going to do what they need to do from a schematic standpoint. But still got some good stuff, man. This game showed a whole lot. We knew that Alabama A&M was a good passing team, bro. They showed that, and we was able to overcome it. Only question mark I really had, I didn't do any film study stuff today. Reason being is just kind of going to stay away from that until I'm able to really dial that thing up because it's hard to find like an actual stream where you can go and look at the games like that. You know what I mean? So when you have these different streaming services that's covering the game. See, SWAC TV is easier, but where you can check it out. But our game was on HBCU Go, and I didn't find an actual stream that was good enough to show it because some of the plays on that little replay that I saw, TD, hell, it'll jump ahead, and then the person had been unscored already. I didn't even. There's a lot of plays that weren't on there. It's like a 31-minute long video.
I saw it. Yeah, it wasn't.
So it wasn't enough to really like break down some of the stuff.
They didn't even have that first touchdown, that mouse ball to
Yeah, it didn't have Savage. It just popped up and scored. So I wasn't able to do that. But
hey, you know what, Ken? You said something about the O-line, going to Coach Manning. I think they got it good, man. I mean, and not saying that anything is wrong with this, but Coach Rob said when their offensive line do good, they take them to Golden Corral. I'd rather have a home cooked meal.
Golden Corral, man, is
Hadn't been.
It's all right, but Golden Corral ain't nothing like it don't got that same flavor as home cooking, bro. You right about that. But he said some of them dudes they cooked on their own, so it was a potluck, so they was able to make some dishes. That some of them might have, cheated a little bit, but it was all good. It was all for the cause, and it gives them something to work towards. It's hard to see that 5-is-1 mentality. I'm seeing a meaner, tougher, more vocal Quay. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
He's been vocal.
When Quay get mad, you see a different Quay. I need mad Quay every Saturday.
I mean, right. Don't say he gonna talk regardless. When he get mad, he get extra
That's what I want. I want him. That guy right there.
You want that guy?
Timothy. That's what I want.
Yeah, man. Quay can be a nightmare. I mean, and I like when he get up, when he get upset and do his thing, man. So overall,
now, one thing I will say is that when the referees did kind of allow them to chatter amongst each other, I was okay with that. Like they weren't trying to be, there wasn't no penalties called because the players was chirping at one another. Like this is football, man. They out there putting their body on the line. I don't mind a little chirping, just don't lose your head, right?
Right.
Yeah, corral is a hit and miss at times, but no, man. The other thing, I guess, the opportunities would be to clean up the points that we've left on the table. We got the few opportunities on special teams. We had a block punt. I mean, a block extra point. We had a missed field goal. Couple of penalties. On special teams. Defense gave up a couple of explosives. Ball over the top. Great freaking catch by now. Was that Pruitt? Was that the kid that was number 2 that caught that ball in the end zone on the defender? That I think KJ was defending. Really good defense. Pierre, was that him?
Yes.
Yeah, and then the other one
he laid out in the end zone. He stretched.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then the other one, he caught one over to the left side of the field, and then we just kind of missed the tackle, and he took it on in. That was for the last touchdown. So,
I tell you what, man, their right side, their home side was good to them. That sideline was good to them. That running back they did.
That was his pretty good. That running back, he was really good.
Yeah. He had that long name. When
you talking about the other young man that tiptoed down the sideline and went on.
That was number 20 that did that. But then
that wasn't 20 that did that. He was like 34 or something. The guy you talking about that
he was 20 for the one KJ ended up hitting.
Yeah, he laid that wood on him at the end.
Yeah, man, he had a game about 30 yards by then.
He did. KJ saved a touchdown.
Yeah, he saved the touchdown. But the other guy that tightrope down the sideline, man, that was good footwork, man. Matter of fact, I didn't know he played. That was Maurice Edwards.
Yeah, he did. Edwards got some burst, man. He got some.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what that was did that.
Yeah, number 20, he got some really good speed over there, man. But like I said, you take away a couple of explosives. I'm like I said, I'm really curious just watching that team. Watching Bama State. I was a little, I wasn't worried about anything as far as Alabama A&M. I just knew that we was gonna have to stifle their passing attack. We was able to weather that, and they had to take our punch. I tell you, another way to stop a team is TD. You talked about those old linemen, those long sustaining drives. We just nickel and dime you all the way down the field.
Oh yeah,
all in the end zone.
What up, Doc?
What's going on, Doc? It wasn't like we was trying to kind of letting them dink and dunk and keeping it all in front of us, making them have to deal with our D line. That's absolutely a strategy, man. We just got to make sure that when we get there, coaches putting them in place to be successful. We just got to go make the plays, and when we usually make the plays, we good to go. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I hadn't had a chance to. I'm not sure which Alabama State game I'm going to check out, but I'm definitely going to check out. But I will say this: what I noticed.
I'm watching them all.
The one thing I did notice that stood out to me amongst body and those receivers and stuff, man, and I said it was the offensive line. Here's the thing about the offensive line. Those guys are big, they physical, and bro, they pull. They still want to do the counter plays and stuff like that. They still do, the trap. Man, you got to keep your head, your defensive line or defensive end. You definitely got to keep your head on the swivel, when you're playing offensive line like that, man, because when those guys step, they start pulling, one way. Now, they do have plays where they'll go that way. Those guys going to clean out the whole refrigerator. when they start pulling right, man, they looking to go, all the way, so that's one thing I did notice about the offensive line. They still do pulling and trapping and stuff like that. So, got to be mindful on defense end, man, because if you're not looking up, one of those guys pull them in there, clean your clock.
Yeah, they will.
I mean, you know what? And offensive line love that because you don't see it coming. You don't see it coming. You know.
I agree. Anything else you want to touch on, bro, before we put this Alabama A&M game to bed?
No, I mean, other than it is. We got another MVP in that we hadn't shouted out. Tiger Nation showed up.
Oh man, I'm trying to tell you, man. That Birmingham game is, not Birmingham. That Mobile game is a good time. It's a good time. Just don't eat no cheese fries on Friday night. You're gonna be just fine. As long as you do that, I'm just saying, you good to go. Tiger Nation showed up, man. Took over. The Boom did their thing. Looked good. I know, Lab People's old stadium. It ain't the sexiest thing, Right. I would love to see that game played at like South Alabama or something, man. Let's go to South Alabama, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to them for allowing us to have a practice over there. That was pretty cool. Saw Coach Jason Onyebuaga at practice at the walkthrough on Friday.
Okay.
A former O-line coach that was with us in 2023. He's over at South Alabama.
They had a pretty good season. I know they had a really good season last year. South Alabama did. But hey, man, don't let me forget. I think Mr. Whale did Mr. Whale recover a fumble of Tymon?
Yeah, he did. He did. That fumble with old boy Ramsey's own man.
Yeah, well, that's him recovered. Okay, okay, yeah. Man. Now that was a play, man. I run into your. He was trying to block, man. That was interesting, man. But yeah, man, our defensive line, they're playing tough. I know Coach Jack definitely gonna have those guys ready, man. They definitely gonna be locked and loaded and be prepared, man, for the Alabama State game. Because like I said, those guys are big, they physical, they like to pull, they like to trap, they like to do some things, man. So it's gonna be interesting.
I said earlier, there's nothing about that game that makes me nervous.
I ain't nervous about anything.
I understand they're a good team. They're good at, but they also have quite a few deficiencies. I say the same about us, and it's gonna come down to what can you stop us? Can we stop them? Who gonna get the most stops? Who gonna put up the most points? It's really just that simple. I love our chances in this game, and I don't think it's gonna go the way people think it will.
Okay.
I'll save it for what I'm gonna say, but I just don't. Just kind of looking at now. I'm not this week. I'm not looking at any games with my emotions or what I want to happen. I'm analytical picks and all that good stuff. I'm just telling you right now. But I think that this game is going to be way different than some people think, and I don't think the SWAC going to be happy about it.
I do have one more quick question for you about that game, and I already know the answer to it, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What kind of different would what kind of different would it have made if Abner had played?
Probably it would have been probably the same, TD. Probably a few more. I think some of the some of the underneath stuff would have been there. He been very intentional about getting his best, his most. That's obviously his favorite target based off the stats. But they put up 347 across the board in the passing attack. That means somebody else wouldn't have got the ball, but it wouldn't. This passing attack, we kind of knew what was going, what our opportunities were. You take away the explosives, that's something that. They not obviously not doing what they did, but I would have liked to have seen them way under 300 in passing yards, but we gave up some big plays. But with that being said, it still would have been the same outcome. Hell, Abner can't play defensive end or DB.
That's true.
He's not playing defensive end, can't play DB. So at the end of the day.
And another shout out to the general, man, because that touchdown, that walk-in touchdown, man, he faked me out so bad. I'm looking at Davenport. Like,
I was looking at Davenport too. Like, what a ball at? And I saw Jacoby doing this.
Yeah.
telling you, bro. We were standing right there on the line.
Right there. I'm looking at Davenport on the ground. He looking over there at Jacoby. I'm like, what? Yeah, man.
They are quick. One thing about this ain't the defense of old, man. They got a good offense. Their offense is their strong suit. Andrew Body is running that RPO to damn near to perfection. He looks really good, having a great season, man. Really good season. Question is going to be how well can we stifle him? He's never beat Jack State in his college career. I know he wants to get that dub. Fortunately, it ain't going to be this week. We ain't losing homecoming, y'all. I know all the rhetoric. I know we lost in 23 to the same team. We're not losing homecoming. Coalition y'all gonna have to gang up and find another game to support, because this ain't gonna be it. So that's just what it is. We're gonna protect our home. TD, there's a streak that's still going on, bro.
Yeah, right.
You know, the last game we lost in the vet?
Let me think.
Alabama State. Well, Alcorn.
Everybody say
Alcorn.
Alcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Up over 2023.
2023. We lost to them. We lost to Alcorn.
Okay.
I saw that on another topic. The MAGA Blexy Bros for homecoming Friday. I don't know what that's about. I don't even want to. Yeah, Alcorn 2023. Last time we lost a game in the vet. 2023 was a funky year for us, but we hadn't lost a game since. And right now, Coach Taylor is what is he right now? What is his record in the SWAC since that loss? We won 9 last year. I'm talking about conference games, not talking about the game. In SWAC conference play, we're 9-0 now. That makes us 2-0 in the conference play? They're 2-0 or 1-0? 2-0. So he's 11-0 since 2023 in SWAC conference games. 11 consecutive. The weather report for Jackson is a high of like the low 80s and the low in the 60s. So it's going to be perfect weather for football, man. Perfect weather. It's supposed to rain top of the week. If it's not raining today or tomorrow, it's going to be good for the rest of the week. Good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Let's take a quick peep before we get ready to get up out of here, because we're going to come back to that. This is the schedule for this weekend, bro. You got North Carolina Central at FAMU. That's going to be a good game. A darn good game. Mississippi Valley against Alabama A&M. Yeah, I think Alabama A&M will rebound on that. Alcorn, Lincoln Oaks. They'll beat Lincoln. That's their homecoming. They'll win that. Bethune-Cookman, Southern. Ooh, Southern go to Bethune-Cookman. I don't know. I can't tell you. I waited until Saturday to figure that one out. I don't know. North Carolina Central going to monkey stomp FAMU, in my opinion. Westgate Ravens. Who the hell is that?
Somebody that UAPB playing.
A homecoming. Wow. Westgate. Alabama State, Jack State. And then you got Texas Southern versus Grambling. Okay, all right. It's gonna be a fun situation. Make sure y'all get your tickets, man. But hey, man, listen, that's pretty much what I had. I gave my thoughts on the game. I was done with it on yesterday, but I wanted to come back on tonight. Ken Media and my boy Jabari Kirkendall, a running back for Alabama State, transfer from Coast Carolina. He is number 30, so he'll be at Jack State. So I'll be okay. Yeah, good for him. Westgate, a team that plays JUCOs. How are y'all?
They out of Houston, Texas, competing in the NCAA, in NAIA.
NAIA. Okay, all right. Okay, ain't no Bishop Sycamore, is it?
It's a Christian university.
Tyler, what's happening, brother? 40,000 plus for sure. Definitely plus 40,000. I think Alabama State folks gonna pull up. I think they're gonna bring their band. It's gonna be a good showdown. Listen, it's gonna be a spectacle, man, of HBCU excellence, bro. You know, this ain't no classic. This ain't none of that. This is just homecoming versus a really good opponent. It's the game of the year. You're gonna see a lot of players, a lot of folks coming in this game. All eyes are gonna be on Jackson, Mississippi. Welcome to Jackson, Mississippi. It's homecoming 2025. We get shiesty on Saturdays in Jackson, Mississippi. It's gonna be a beatdown this weekend coming up, TD. Jackson State on the other end of it. I'm just saying, just saying, that's how I see it. But I give credit where credit is due. You stop body, you stop zero. Just contain him. All you gotta do is contain him. You may not be able to stop him. I love to see kids with a great skill set play in an offense that highlights their talents, and that offense bodes well for him, bro. He's really, really look good. Does Andrew Body get his first interception? Does he throw his first interception this weekend, TD?
Yeah, I mean, because we got one last week, man. But for us to be really dominant, man, we gotta really dominate everything. So we got to start dominating that stat as well. I mean, we had one last week. Well, in the Southern game, had one in this game. So yeah, why not continue the streak? Flush him, get him flustered, and let him just throw the ball up.
Well, listen, man, I stand by it. I tell you this, I love the conversation I had with our DC last week, and can't wait to pick his brain, just kind of to talk about what his game plan is going to be. Not sure if he'll speak that. Not that I'll even come on here and say that, but I like to talk about it after the fact. So I'll definitely be home this week, but a lot sooner than usual. But nevertheless, before we get ready to get up out of here, I want to give a huge shout out to our channel sponsors: Cannon Toyota of Vicksburg, Cannon Nissan of Jackson, Auto Masters, and Hill, Mississippi. Got another one coming here pretty soon. I'm just waiting for the ink to dry. Once that happens, we'll get that. We'll put that out here, man. Hey, but listen, again, before we get out of here, get signed up, man. Get signed up to the collective. Get signed up. Got some great events coming up this week. Tasting at Jasco, 2 to 4 on Thursday. We'll be at Taste from 2 to 8 for the day party at Taste Bar and Grill. We got our mixer at Cathead Friday night, 6 to 9. Y'all come pull up, come get them bottles. We're gonna buy all of our bottles of Cathead up. And shout out to Tailgaters Anonymous. Again, we're going to be at D21 on Saturday. We're going to be eating, but we're going to be over there with our Greenwood whiskey partners, man. Shout out to all of the Greenwood team and all those that'll be in town, man. They're excited about it, and we're excited to have them and host them, man. So that's all we got, man. We finna roll. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Did you got anything before we get up out of here? I'm going to eat some ice cream, man. I got some Ben & Jerry's, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta get this. I gotta get it in now, bro. Because I can walk it off and water it out while I'm at the crib. But Ben & Jerry's calling my name, big dog. Let me go get that.
Hey, Tiger Nation, we appreciate you guys tuning in, rocking with us again tonight. We thank you for all the comments, the kind words, and again, you guys have a good week. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. Go Tigers.
Appreciate y'all. Peace out, y'all.
The Las Vegas HBCU Classic is coming to Allegiant Stadium, and the official after party at Winfield Club is where the celebration explodes. DJ T. Lewis is taking over the turntables to keep the crowd lit, and your host Tay Cheesy will turn the vibes all the way up. On game day, Grambling State and Jackson State collide in an unforgettable showdown. But when the clock runs out, the night is just getting started. From kickoff to the dance floor, this is more than a game. It's a weekend of culture, music, and nonstop energy in the entertainment capital of the world. Brought to you by HBCU Go. October 25th, the after party. Go to Eventbrite to get your tickets now.
On the field, we bring the energy. Ready to go!
Off the field, I build my brand.
At Jackson State, we make it happen.
They said one story, my brand tells another.
This is Jackson State. This is family.
This is the KC-1400 Collective. Tiger Nation, we need each of you to join the movement.
Be the team behind the team.
Support our NIL collective. Get signed up today.
Visit www.KC-1400collective.com. VI Love, Go Tigers.
Hello, I'm Kevin Dent, Jackson State University, safety, Canton, Ohio. Today I'm being inducted to the Black College Hall of Fame. I want to give a shout out to KC-1400 Media Group for giving me this platform to introduce me to this stage. I'd like to thank them, thank Jackson State, and Jackson State family. Go Tigers.
Hey, this True Thompson. True, you gotta get a word for Tiger Nation, man. I love y'all. Tiger Nation. DI love, go Tigers, baby. Appreciate you.